Hello and welcome. I'm here to rock that roll. What you say, what you say, what you say. Hmm? Okay, so quite a bit here. So much. The rage I feel when this game is dead quiet. I feel so angry. Alright, we got a lot to do here. Got so much to do. Yes, sir. Alright. So how are we looking? I got my gold. I was doing some farming. I'm back over here in reality. Got my bags. Got my stuff. I don't need this gunpowder. Let me lower the visible draw distance down to 40. I can tell it's off. Okay. And can empty out a couple things, get ready. I don't need these 2 pieces of coal, because I have those 3 pieces of coal block. I'm moving a bunch of stuff between the nether and here. And now I'm level 30 again, and do I need any enchantments? I think I would like a new set of boots. So let's earn some money here. I think I'll take a boat and get a bunch of whatever. Hey there, Maharg. Let me head over back down across the land. And head to my camp again. Head to my camp again. And work on my crops for a little bit. We've got a bit of everything. Right now. It's going to be nowhere near those beasts. I'm still working on these beds, like this guy right here. Let me add more beds here, if I could. Let me break these down. Yep, hurry up, buddy. Come on. Here are your beds, sir. Making sure these guys have a spot to sleep before I remove it all. Oh, it's so annoying. Alright, hurry up, please, dude. Is it you two? Alright, these guys get their own bed. Right over here somewhere. And here. And here. And all done. Come on now. Okay, so all these guys are done. What are you doing? Please. Did I kill this guy? Whoops. No one saw, right? Sure. Okay, so now let's remove these extra beds. Because I want to move these guys forward. Right here. Make sure there's no nearby beds. I'm going to quickly run on down and move some beds by the beach and then move the final fisherman down over here. What have you missed since yesterday? Did you watch yesterday? I don't know. I got some stuff done yesterday. I got some hardy stuff done, I tell you that much. I'm gonna play this bed shuffle game here. Alright, now let's remove all the empty beds in the area. Move the fisherman down by the beach. Alright, you're gone. You go down, please. Alright, well, I just started, so you missed nothing. I just started, like, right now. You were informed of me going live at the very beginning of my stream, so there you go. You missed nothing. Okay, over here. Yep. Nice. Whoa. They're outside the walls. Okay, I'm looking at these beds, see if there's any empty. I don't want this farmer here. You guys are okay. And if there's a fisherman, I'll move this other guy back down to the beach area. Okay. I don't know what you're trying to do, but these guys are fighting over beds. Unauthorized. Alright, let's go back over here. Make sure it's all fine. Efficiency. Oh. This farmer dude. Let me go back down to the beach. Add more beds. Let me head down to my farm to go work on my crops. Get some wood. Make a bunch of boats. Get a bunch of money. You know, the usual. Gotta do it a little bit, and then I'll be making some random enchantments. I would like to get a new pair of boots, pants, and I would like to have fire protection all the way through. You know? Okay, gotta hurry. We all good? One more bed? Trying to get these guys to live back here. Just a little bit. And now let's go back around. We're looking for any farmers. Yeah, that guy, I think he found his bed. The problem is when they wander too far away. I'm looking for any farmers back over here. Looking good. Over here. Yeah. This is called Blarnea. You know? This world is called Blarnea. You know, like Narnia behind the wardrobe, but like blah. I usually name my worlds Blarnea. Blarnia. Blarnea. Alright, that's done. Another wave. This whole system takes a while. Over 10. Okay, let's head back over. So far so good. I'm clearing all the beds from this spot. Pretty interesting. So I'll probably build something right here. Seeing as I'm clearing all the beds out. There used to be a bunch of beds over there. Alright, now we go. Alright, here we go. Go out the front door. Do I have any potions? I really want to make a nice area over here to stock a bunch of potions and stuff. Alright, now I roll. Oh, I see. I see. That's how the baby zombie got in. Okay, let's go over here now. There's going to be a good path where the villagers can go back and forth. The problem is, the game has a distance issue where the world stops once you go beyond a certain distance. You know? 950288. Yeah. All right. Run on down here. Pow, pow, pow. Boom. And there we go. Okay, these pumpkins have to grow. And grow they will. We check this spot right here. Nothing. Now during the day, all these pumpkins are going to start growing. And I got to make a boat. Let me go check on my lava production. Nope. Oh, yeah. All right. I don't really need to fish, but I want to be in the area. I got to be in the area for a bit. You know what I mean? We got to be in the area, and maybe I'll shoot some fish. Let's not accidentally get a stupid bee, because then I'll die or something. I've been all over this place. I have to make another looting sword, so maybe I'll do that. It's been nice rolling around with no sword. I'm just, getting the enchantments over time, day by day. Day by day. We'll do this a little bit. My favorite book, Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton, and several of his other books. But he's dead now. He's written a bunch of stuff, and most of his stuff is pretty good. It's sort of technical, It's scientifically accurate as much as possible. He's like a medical doctor. Michael Crichton was the guy that wrote and produced ER, the show, with George Clooney. Or he created by Michael Crichton, or something like that. Based upon his works. He's written, like Sphere was a good book. And Timeline. And The Congo. And Jurassic Park and The Lost World. And, Airframe. And this Micro, and yeah. But Micro was a co-written book because he died before it was over, and someone finished it for him. Like, they took his notes and they finished it. Also, some other weird pirate book where they just took his notes and they wrote a book for him. And it had the vibe of a Michael Crichton thing, but It starts off really technical with the dude putting on some weird, like, adjusting his weird royalty wig and putting on the weird talcum powder, but they're explaining what it's for, and it's very technical. Dean Koontz is a fun little author as well. He writes a bunch of little stupid stories. He's like a easier version of Stephen King. Stephen King books are sort of lofty and bloated with weird endings and a bunch of weird fluff, hence bloated. Let me talk about what happened 20 years ago, back when I first entered this town. It was a small town with noble beginnings, you see. 20 years ago, this town was here. And I'm sure I've read something, but, I don't really read that much anymore. Reading's a good thing to do when you other kind of road. Like, if you're on a bus for a long time or something like that, or if you're in an airplane. For airplanes, books are fantastic because you have a lot of time to kill, and you're sort of sitting there, and only so much you could do in one spot, you know. Christopher Paolini. I enjoy the combined works of Flim Flam McGee. He's an 18th century philosopher on his treatise of the betterment of mankind. Oh no, made that up. Garbage. Alright. On that note, let's see what we got here. Garbage. Garbage. Stop it, buddy. Stop it. Give me all this stuff for no reason. Let me just unload. For a bit, it's about to be the opposite side. I probably didn't need some of this stuff on me, but whatever. It's going to take several days of growth for this stuff to be ready. I guess I could just get it from the bamboo back there. I was getting all the bamboo behind me that I planted every day, and then turning it into sticks and selling that, but then I realized you don't really get that much. I think it's like 32 sticks for one emerald, and you know, it takes up a lot of inventory space. Well, I got another Feather Falling 4 enchantment. That's good. Like overcast all day? What's going on here? Oh no, I don't like that at all. Wait, does that mean that the boss is nearby? That's how the sky looked when I was fighting that weirdo boss. Oh no. Is that weird boss nearby? Or is it overcast? Oh no, I don't like it. The wither, I think he's nearby. If he shows up, I'll have to drag him all the way across the world. Crazy stuff. Getting a little bit, you know. You gotta do it every so often. You never know. You get some crazy enchantment series. Yeah, the wither. I'm saying. Because he's over the hill, and that's what he did to the sky. And once I left the proximity, the sky became normal. You get closer to him, and the sky does that. So I think he's, oh no. Well, he was like over there, but I don't like that. I'm within his bubble. I knew he's not dead yet. That's why I'm trying to avoid that area, but he's further up. And I've been over here. I've been around this area since I fought him, and he hasn't been around. But I don't know. He's over. He's looking at me. What if he is, man? What if he just appears? No, I don't have a mace. No. That comes from the ocean. I haven't done the ocean all that much, right? The breeze rod thing. No, I don't have a mace. I don't plan on fighting him anytime soon, okay? I plan on fighting him after I beat the whole game. Or after I kill the end dragon. Because he's harder than the end dragon, so it only makes sense. Yeah. I don't have a breeze rod or whatever the heck it takes to make a mace. I have a bunch of enchantments for the mace, by the way, like density, but I don't have the mace yet. And I know I have to put the smite mod or the smite enchantment on my weapon and get him with melee, as opposed to ranged halfway through. Okay. Alright, let me just go. I'm gonna put the stuff here for a bit. I'm gonna make it daytime and then head out there or here. If I go too far, then this local spot no longer spawns anything. I'm just trying to get the multiply. Yeah. About the trial chambers? I don't know anything about that. In the deep dark? Under the mountain or something? By the way, I don't have that yet. I don't got that yet, buddy. Okay. If I got it, I'll be using it. Right? Yeah. I know nothing of trial chambers underground. I just read about the deep dark under the mountain and the warden boss guy that smells you, because I was looking at the calibrated vibration sensor nonsense, you know, weirdness going on there. But I'll be saying that whenever I find my super tall mountain. Okay, let's go to here. Guy's still messed up and ugly. I'm gonna swim across for a second. And I'll make a boat in the process. Oh yeah, check it now. Oh yeah. That's nice. Oh yeah. I don't want your advice anymore, buddy. Okay, not there. Not there. A bunch of skeletal horses. Oh yeah. Whoa. I said I don't want your advice anymore. I'm not that kind of person that needs it. Some people demand it, you know, and they're weak, and they ask, and they need help and so forth. And they're leeches. They stand on the shoulders of titans. They're cheaters. You know? Alright, chat, what should I do? I have no idea what I'm doing. You know? I don't want you watching the stream and looking for deficiencies and finding out how you can help me. Okay? I don't want you to think, how can I help him? Have you thought about... No. Nothing. Don't forget to... Don't do that. Things will happen when they happen. I have a series of cartographers. I've only messed with them a bit, and I go through and do what I gotta do. Part of my plan was to farm them a bit, because I'm getting better at traveling across the map long distance by using my existing maps and everything. You know, using my coordinates and, you know. All this location over here is on my current map. Pretty sure. Now, this is all within my range. So, I did plan on going through the cartographer, because when I was reading about trying to find the peaks, a method to find a peak is looking for the woodland mansion or something like that, and it can lead to a woodland area. Bada boom. I'm also trying to figure out how far do these cartographers' maps send me. You know? I gave them the map room, and I'm still refining them. I'm still moving their beds around until they're at their proper station. Right now I'm using 6 cartographers, and I haven't fully refined what they have for sale. Right now they're selling like Taiga Village map and so forth and so on. Alright, let's get the wood going. And I'll just make a Bodhi poo. And a Bodhi poo. And we're just going to get a bunch of wood and load it up. You played Minecraft 2, the hardcore? That's cool. And then what happens when you die? Do you stop playing and say that you did a good job? Alright. Alrighty then. We're just going to get a big old pile of wood. Get some free apples in the process. And sell this. I was also working on my gold piles. I think I left the gold in the nether. Yeah. Yes, you finished it? Yeah, I'm sure you cheated. Did you look up the grid coordinates for things? Did you go on the internet and type in your seed and then use the thing to tell you where everything is and you know, all that? Can I do something? No, I believe you. You're telling me to do something, Maharg, after I just discussed things with you? Let me just stop reading the chat for a bit. You've lost the privilege of me looking at what you write for the next 15 to 20 minutes. So if you're in this bubble of people that want to communicate, I'm sorry. You got to blame it on these other guys. And just a bit more wood. Just a bit more wood, huh? I don't like this guy at all. We... Not advice? Well, it's worse than advice. You're telling me to do something. And it is advice, because you're saying, if I build a parkour jump course, you'll like it, and it'll be good for the stream. Just a random parkour jump course. That's what people in creative mode do when they're bored. Okay? I have a lot of missions here to do. I'm not going to be doing some nonsense parkour jump course. Just for the heck of it. Nonsense. People have ADD or something? That's what you do when you've already beaten the game. And so forth. And when you're doing Bed Wars all day. Some people play Bed Wars and do PvP and do creative mode and whatever. Those people can make a jump course. You know? Or something, because that's what they do all day. You're playing it like it's Roblox or something. You're playing it like it's Roblox. More? More. More. Let's go plant all these trees, huh? All these trees in a nice little dense cluster. It doesn't even matter how close they are, because the second I cut down one, another will appear. You know how it works. I'll get some free apples. Some free apples. And I think we're good here. Wow. Wow. Minecraft is a game about creating. Yep. It's a game about, I guess you can say that. You know. But it's also a survival game. It's a survival game. And there's survival mode and creative mode. In creative mode, you build random things because you have all the pieces in the world, and you have the full palette to do whatever you want, and you can fly, and you're immortal. You know? And you could just give yourself things. Otherwise, you have to be very deliberate. I just don't see a benefit for I mean, I build jump course kind of things all the time because the enemies can't jump over things. So I'll make something that I climb up, and then, like in my chicken area or whatever, I'm trying to make a course where the chickens don't follow me, you know? And it's almost like a jumping puzzle. But I'm not in PvP here, and it's not going to really serve a purpose. I build all kinds of cool stuff all the time. And it just happens to look cool, but it's functional. You know? And once I have excess amounts of materials, then I'll start building more things. Right now, I'm in the phase of gathering a bulk of materials to my village to upgrade everything and make it look better. In case you're wondering what the development cycle is here. I'm gathering sort of right here. I'm gathering a bunch of stuff from the nether and transporting it through with the rail system. You know, just diorite and granite and quartz and copper, mass quantity. And all the funky nether wood. I'm trying to get mass quantities of things here. And then I can replace grand sections of my build. Alright, so what do we got? The sky is still messed up a little bit. I don't know. Those clouds are gray. See, I was too far away last time. Too far away last time. Here we go now, doing all kinds of things. Here we go, if you're listening, baby. I'm saying, because there's lots of different pieces here, and you have to build things in a certain way, if you build things to be functional, it'll look really cool, and in my opinion, has more respect because it's functional. You know, like this looks pretty cool, and it's functional. The bees are flying from there to here, they're getting the flowers, and they're flying back. The flowers aren't really cosmetic, but they kind of are. They just happen to be cosmetic, but the bees are going to the flowers, they get pollinated, they fly back over, you see the pollen, and as they travel, for those that don't know, they are fertilizing my crops, which makes them grow faster as long as I'm in the area. Those red vines are climbable, those lights are whatever, organic, you know, it looks good and it's functional. These leaves, you could walk on them over water, it just happens to look good, but it's functional. It just happens to look good. I don't like how this looks. I don't like how many things look. That's still a dirt wall, you know? But it's going to look good eventually. Sort of like this river I have is looking better and better and better. The river connecting my little bases here is starting to look pretty good. Once I put some sea lanterns in there, it'll look even better. And probably some other stuff. Like, I'm purposely making that route look good over time. Let me go back now. Let me go back now. Is it daytime? Yep. See, I'm purposely trying to make this route over here look good. The Wither is far away. I don't see why he'd be over here. He's further away to the right. See, this whole route looks nice. I was very deliberate about it. I planted all these mangrove trees. They weren't here before. It was just flat terrain. And that whole route over here, like this whole route over here looks really nice. I was very deliberate about it, you know. This whole thing right over here behind the flim flam work, this whole path that circles around is all very deliberate. All very deliberate here. All of it. All of it, all of it, all of it, all of it, you know. And it loops around. I got this little root thing going over like an arc. You see this arc going across? And I have several hidden waterfalls. And on the other side up on top, there's a sacred grove where I plan on moving some pandas. Now, this is functional because I don't want enemies to get me as I'm moving around. And I'm harvesting the bamboo. And I harvest the cocoa, you know? So this is a place to put the cocoa stumps. it just, these cocoa stumps look, or these cocoa pods just look like lights. Then you got these accenting crimson flora here. Secret little archways, you know. I added that water there. Secret rivers. It'll be an evolving cycle. Okay. Moving on. And I'm putting lights at the bottom of my water pathways. You know? But the wither is over there. The wither is over there somewhere. Kind of far away. So I'm sort of surprised that we can see anything happening over here. Grinding gears and skill machines. Whoa. 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 Uh-oh. There it is. Woo! I just dropped my axe. So the wither is farther away than you think. I was fighting the wither. The last time I saw the wither and where I died and all that stuff is way over there in that hill. Like way over there. Past that portal. It's for a relative understanding of how far away he is and why I'm confused about why the sky is doing what it's doing. You see that hill way over there? Way over there? River. And my camp is way over there. I was way over there, past the hill, where the farm is, down that river, going all the way down. And the wither is in the sky, like, he's over there somewhere. Okay? Like, way over there. Not over here. Over there. I spawned him at the hill beyond that, and I drug him all the way to that point. But he's not over here or anywhere over here. It's just... And... You know? Yeah. This was wood, and I made it bamboo. And it's almost exactly how I visualized it. This looks like a wall of bamboo, like dense bamboo in the background. Come on now. Second. And see, it's like a thing. I got this other sacred grove up here. It's gonna get better though. You know what I mean? The bamboo, this is like a fishing thing. Little area. And I'm gonna make this into a little bay. And this right here is going to be a dock storage facility. Like this whole thing I'm blowing out over time. You know what I mean? Oh, 1 second. I can't build anything on darn roads. You see, I'm blowing this out. I'm going to have this whole thing filled with water up to about here with a nice big building right here and something overlapping right here. It's going to look really good eventually. But, you know, I'm working on a bunch of stuff over time. So for me to just build some willy-nilly parkour base because some random person in the chat box wants it, after I said don't tell me advice or something, is just hilarious to me. Anyways, and I'm over the place, so whatever. Okay, let's get some boats going. Random person. Let's empty out my goodies here. It's money time. Hi there, fisherman. And let's repair the axe. You know what? I'll go ahead and do it with this in my hand. I'll get it for levels. So I can choose to level up or repair something. And this is about half dead, so I think I'll just level up. The first time playing Minecraft. Okay, so just as I said earlier, that I haven't played Minecraft. So I got back in Minecraft after not playing since before the Life Aquatic update, which was a while ago, you know? And that was from what I've seen, that's the first major update since a series of updates. But that's the last time I played. But the first time I played was a very long time ago. Here, I'll show you. Something super cringy. Here's something super cringy. Are you ready? I don't know if I can do this. Can I do it? Can I? Ugh, give me a second. Can I please? Give me a moment if I can even show you. I don't know if I can. Come on. There it is. Check it out. This right here is from 12 years ago. Whoa. 12 years ago. You know, long time ago. 12 years ago. Or whatever.
The next step is finding wool and getting more coal.
I've come a long way.
Charcoal by using just wood in a furnace. So I usually make more than one furnace at a time because
Shut up. I've gotten so much better. All right. Whistle, 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 whistle. Yeah. And again. Here we go now. You know, I was in the army at the time. Back then. That's it. I think that's all of them. All day, every day. A lot of emeralds. Emerald Legacy. Okay. Feathers rise. The cosmos bends. Hi. Okay. All right. And then we go 1, 2, 3, and you, and you. Jeez. I don't think I have anything else in here. What aspect of this game is the most original? Well, survival games weren't that big of a thing back then, and then everybody and their grandmama copied the genre, and they're all copying Minecraft. So right? Just survival game in general? Or something? Bad guys come out when it's dark. You put torches up. Bad guys aren't there. They can spawn anywhere where it's dark. You know, other games try to replicate that, but they can't because it'll be too much like Minecraft. Being able to dig all the way down and modify the terrain, that wasn't that big of a thing back then. And the fact that you had this procedurally generated world, that was a new thing that existed before No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky now does it very well. And other games do it all the time, maybe. But Minecraft was sort of a big old pioneer of demonstrating that potential of creating a big old world with different seeds and everything. Right? All that. Okay, so we're back. Got a whole lot. And let me go check out this right here. We're looking for anything with this darker line. At first I was having a hard time trying to identify their growth stages, but you can see, like, this one looks big in isolation, and so does that one. It looks big, but it's not big. This one has a dark border around the outside, and this one doesn't. It's larger, yes, but you can't really tell how tall they are in isolation, or, you know, until you see a big one. So you just gotta look for the dark line. Just look for the weird dark outline here, and that's the one. Gotta stay on top of it. Soul speed. Yeah. Good old notch. Now, some people, I've seen people talk about Minecraft negatively. I know they say that ever since Microsoft acquired it, the game has been trashed and the updates are garbage. Haven't all the recent updates been after the, acquisition of Mojang by Microsoft? Everything from the Life Aquatic update forward, wasn't that all Microsoft? But what the heck are people talking about? They don't like the Caves and Cliffs update and the Nether update and the NPC and Villager, the Village and Pillage update, and all. They don't like these things? What are people complaining about? Do you know? Because I don't. Okay, that's done. And we have a whole lot of this. Let's see if I can sell any to my friend over here. I see you. I see you. Do I not see you? They're wandering around doing nothing. We go catch them. You. Guess what I got? Guess what I got? Guess what I got? Guess what I... Oh no, yeah. This guy has to restock. Okay. Gotta make it the next day. I'll make it the next day right now. Guess what I got? I like to have a whole pile of these XP potions. There's still so much I gotta do. Ooh, 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 you know it's true. Chili dog. Okay, so I'm thinking I get a new pair of pants. It's sort of what I want here. I want a new pair of pants. And, well, that one's kind of okay. See here. It probably costs a whole lot to repair, so probably not. A new pair of pants. Oh my. And I'll sell these guys gold. Because I have a lot of gold where that came from. So it's true. Oh yeah. Yes. I thank you, kind sir. You and your friends too. It is just a blessed thing. Alright. Alright. Because old Minecraft is so nostalgic. Provide a better answer, please. Not an answer. I mean, that is an answer, but it's revealing. You're saying that the original's better because it's... Or the original state of the game is better because it's old. It's out of pure nostalgia. That's why you want it. That sounds like a mental deficiency. Or like, some weird thing. For example... Diablo 2, Diablo 1 is better than Diablo 4. Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas is better than Fallout 76 or something. Or the original Elder Scrolls is better than the current Elder Scrolls. Why? Because you have fond memories or something. That's the only reason why. And the people, original Star Wars is better than new Star Wars. I guess a little bit, but is it? You know, or is it the same? There's Ewoks. Are we forgetting about the Ewoks? And about, I think it's just rose-colored glasses and hatred of the present, hatred of current reality, and a longing to go back in time. Just spite and cynicism, and just a reflection of the current era. But it's not true, you know. Okay, I need new pants. You got pants? You got pants? You got the pants? You're not the Batman. Where are you? You. You're the armor guy. You're the armor guy. It's not true. The radius found. Well, hold on a second. Well, well. Well, I don't really need that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let me go back over here. I have to buy a bunch of stuff. Most Ricky Tick. Some people don't like modern Minecraft because it isn't nostalgic. How isn't it nostalgic? It looks the same. And I bet you those same people aren't even playing Minecraft in the same way. This is also very funny. Those same people are complaining about it. They're playing Bed Wars, or they're doing some weird parkour challenge, or they're doing some weird thing in a multiplayer environment with a bunch of funny avatars, and they're not playing it at all like how it used to look. And they're playing with a bunch of different skins on and a bunch of different, texture packs, and it looks nothing like the original, and they're doing it to themselves. It's like people complaining in Diablo 4 about how the game is boring and repetitious, and they're choosing to do the same boss over and over and over again for 3 hours, and they're bragging about it. I just killed Duriel 300 times in a row. This game sucks. It is so boring. What are you doing to yourself? You're doing it to yourself, okay? I'm saying people that are complaining about current Minecraft not being nostalgic are not playing it in any sort of nostalgic manner. Facts. You know it's true. They're using a bunch of different texture packs. They're using a bunch of different add-ons. They're playing in a multiplayer server, and they're doing a bunch of PvP nonsense. Right? And the game looks nothing like how it used to look. And they're blaming it on Microsoft or something because look, I think people are just weird. Okay? Because they're able to have this other option to go over here to servers and then do this garbage. And they're saying, man, I miss how Minecraft used to be because now Minecraft is just this garbage. You don't gotta do this. I don't do this. If I did this, it'd be stupid. This right here is stupid. Okay? So, for example, it's true. The same people that are complaining about Minecraft not being nostalgic are playing it like this. Okay? Man, I miss how it used to look because now it looks like this. Ugh. They're doing it to themselves, and they do this all day long. They do this all day long. You know it's true. You know it's true. Okay? You maybe leave the game to go show you. They're doing zombie apocalypse, survive. They're doing this other hokey dokey garbage, and they're blaming it on the company when they're given the option to do it. You're given the option, but you don't have to do it. But in terms of actual core Minecraft, the game is way better. Are you saying that people really missed the fact that NPCs had no interaction in the past? That I think that the way that the NPCs used to be is better than the current state? The whole vending system and how this works and everything is worse now than before? The village system is worse? The Nether had like one biome? That's better? It's just, it makes me sick. These people are sort of living in their own reality. It's like a weird fantasy land where they're hating something just for the sake of hating it, and they're not even thinking about why they're hating it because they're not even doing it. They just want to be part of the crowd. To say, I used to be there a long time ago. Like when you asked me when was the first time I played. It's like a one-up contest about how long you been playing. I miss how it used to be because I used to play back then. And I know more than you because I used to play a long time. And I hate how the game is now, even though I do nothing like the original game. And I use a bunch of skin packs and everything. And I do a bunch of multiplayer garbage and parkour nonsense. And I hate that I'm able to. I hate that Microsoft instituted this amazing multiplayer structure that's cross-platform and that lets me play with other people. And now I'm playing with other people and I'm playing it not how the game is intended. And I hate myself for it. Right? Gross. Right? Okay, mending. Let's get the... well, I don't need mending. Where's my fire? Didn't we have fire? Let's go get my book. I'll wait for these guys to head back to work. Why are they going all the way across town? I don't know. There's a bell right there. It's like they choose a distant bell. Whenever it's break time, they choose some far and remote bell. So I gotta wait for them to come back to work now. Look, the current way that the Caves and Cliffs update made the natural environment and the distribution of how the biomes work, from what I've seen, it's amazing. I used to play before, it was very basic, and now I've been exposed to the game over time because I'm playing it how you're saying it, like I'm supposed to play it, and I'm being exposed to the new game elements over time, you know? All these things, and I love them. I love how the materials are distributed now, with the deep slate that didn't exist before, and the mega iron nodes that are, and iron is kind of rare. They added copper, a new cosmetic material that you can use in abundance, and, you know. Yes, I don't think multiplayer itself is bad either, but I'm saying that some people... So if a person... I'll tell you what, multiplayer, like a SMP server or whatever you're talking about, that didn't exist when Minecraft first came out. So, and the same people that are playing in that environment, half of them are complaining about the current state of Minecraft and Mojang and Microsoft and nostalgia, and they're doing something that isn't nostalgic. You know? And they're complaining about it. Apparently you enjoy it. You know? Apparently you're enjoying it because you're doing it. And then you're complaining about it. Right? I'm not saying it's bad. You could have fun, do whatever you want to do. But for me, I feel like Minecraft is better as a survival game. Doing what you can. I'm looking for my fire guy. I thought I named him, but then maybe he's still named. But we'll find out in a second. There you is. I found it. Alright, fire. 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 Fire, yay! Check this out, everybody. That's right. That's right, because I'm pretty sure I can't remodify my existing pants with another conflicting mod of the same slot. So I had to get another pair of pants. Well, these pants don't count. Dang it. I'm pretty sure I can't. Yeah, I can't. Sucks. Yeah, I can't. So I'll just have to make a new one. I'll put these pants away for now. I'll make a new pair of pants. Easy peasy. And then I'll put mending on there, and then fire protection 4, and maybe thorns. Yeah. Like I needed that much diamonds. These pants going. So where's my mending? I do have mending. Well, here's fire protection 3. And let's get another one. So 2 and 2, boom, 3, 3 and 3, boom, 4. And then, oh, mending. Here's thorns 2. Thorns 1, here's mending. Well, yeah, not half, but, you know, it's a... I agree, it's not the majority, but I'll say a person that is doing that, they're already a kind of person that would be playing some weird willy-nilly multiplayer thing where you're like PvP-oriented, flying around, doing all kinds of stuff. You're already out of it, and you've chosen to play Minecraft, and you're playing some other weird version of Minecraft with a bunch of people and whatever. You're already out of the bubble. in some weird land, doing weird things. So, you know. Okay, so we got our. I hate the fact that my pockets are so small. Let me unload all these bags and everything. For a moment, let's see what we got working with. So we got fire protection 2, don't need that. Got my thorns, mending, fire protection. And thorns again. Thorns. And thorns. And thorns. And thorns. And thorns. Alright, let me combine these books. One second. Great. Okay, good. My pickaxe, fortune 3 and breaking 3, efficiency 5 and mending. Yep. But it's gonna be netherite. Messed up. Fire protection, mending, thorns 3. Goodbye, Mark. Mending, thorns, fire protection. Yep. Because I want to go with a full set of fire protection. See how that works. And I'll keep these old pants. Just in case. Boo-boo-doo-boo-dweep. Okay. And then let's combine these books together. So thorns 3 and mending. Mending and fire protection. And then the pants and boom. It costs 33. Are you serious? Yep. Okay, well. That'll be waiting for me. That'll be waiting for me on a rainy day. I'll come back for it. I'll get 30 levels in a second. Don't worry about it. Put the stuff away. But that's all good. And let's get back to Flim Flam. So I'll go back into the nether, and I'm trying to go for about 35 levels or something like that. And I'll be fighting a bunch of pigs and all that stuff. So now I have a goal is to get these pants swapped out for the fire version. Right now, you know, general protection is good. It's fine. And let's get back online. And make sure I'm good to go. Right here. XP. Those pumpkins have to go. The iron. My backup bow. Right now, I'm using the shovel here. For now. That's going to be gold for now. Okay. And the fishing rod on the side. We'll see how that operates. I'll leave that here. Yeah. I'll leave the pumpkins here. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. And the free access honey. Everything else is good. You can go here. Boom. These buckets can go. Everything else is fine. I have enough food. I have enough arrow. I have enough gold. And let's rock and roll. And make some potions. Flim flam what? I'm gonna make a few potions here. Maybe. Jump boost. You need to be made better, my friend. Right there. You're all good. Let me head way over here. Boom, boom, boom. I guess so, you know, I guess. Done. Yeah. Bada boom. And okay, whatever we want to do, we can. So I'll use the sugar. Just for a bit of speed. No big deal. No big deal. Wait. Right there. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. You're all gone. Jump boost. Potion. 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 Yay. That's all done. We're heading back into the nether. Into the nether. And I'll be farming a bunch of stuff until I'm like level 30 something. Okay. And I'll repair my axe in the process and all that. Okay, well, we have enough speed potions to whet my whistle. Let's gonna bring all these speed potions with me. You might call me a space cowboy. Whee. Maybe right. Whatever. Whatever, let's hurry up. Yo ho, doing stuff right now. Oh, yes. So to answer the question, yes, current Minecraft is incredibly nostalgic, and they've added more to it. You can have something be nostalgic with additions. You know? And nothing is really different here. To the point where you'd say that it's no longer... To the point where you'd complain in any way. Unless you're doing nothing but the multiplayer stuff. Then in that environment, the game looks really goofy. The game starts to look really goofy when you're in that environment. I'd imagine. Here we go. I don't want to get knocked back off the darn thing. I hate these guys. Okay, here we go. The netherite armor has built-in knockback reduction, which is nice. Now, do I want a full set of... I think having 1 piece of protection 4 and 3 pieces of fire resistance might be better than having a full set of fire resistance. I don't know. Because 3 pieces out of 4 pieces is pretty good. So far. Either way, I'm down to level 0. All that book combining. And I'll be bringing over another load of material. And this right here has to be... I don't know. I guess I could make a better rail system from this point forward, but not really. The rail sort of... I guess I could. And I guess I should. Maybe that spot down there needs to be the final destination for my supplies. Because the rail doesn't make it quite all the way here. But it almost does, you see? The whole thing would have to be powered. I just need a massive quantity of gold and redstone. I've been selling a lot of gold for emeralds. Yeah. Oh. Check in. I have checked in, and no. Wait, I want to go to my forward position, you see? To the mountain and distant mine shaft. This is my forward position, so you have all the stuff here I've been unloading. This is kind of far away. This is where I was yesterday. Mountain. I was trying to go through there. Okay, I'm going to drop off half of my potions here. Maybe. Yes, there's no correct way to play Minecraft. However, unless you're a person that starts complaining about nostalgia. I'm talking about the people that are complaining about nostalgia. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with playing Minecraft however you want if you're following what I'm saying. I'm talking about the people that are complaining about nostalgia. For them, apparently there's a right and wrong way. Or there's a true and false representation of what Minecraft really is. And they say that the current state of Minecraft isn't the true state, and they miss how it used to be. For those people, it matters what they do. Not for everybody else. Who cares? You get it? So for them, whatever they're saying, I'm saying the multiplayer environment can be a bit goofy, and you got all these skins and everything, and you're doing something that's weird and different, and you're using just like the game engine, and you're doing something that isn't Minecraft in a multiplayer environment, and then you're complaining about nostalgia. I'm saying perhaps it's what you're doing, and that the fact that it's kind of goofy and weird and different and not really Minecraft. It is Minecraft. You're in the Minecraft world. It's like saying some other mini game in Fortnite is Fortnite because some other person made it. You know? You can say, what is... It's like a person making a video saying, Fortnite, I missed the good old Fortnite days. I would say a good example, a good comparison would be Fortnite. Fortnite has only added, and people have nostalgia for the original map, like Twisted Towers and the tomato garbage, you know? And the original garbage, like 5 skins and some OG dances and so forth and so on, and limited access nonsense. The game was very primitive, very limited. You couldn't do much. It had very basic mechanics, and the game has expanded 1,000,000 times since then. So what if a person, a very dishonest person, made a YouTube video talking about the current state of Fortnite is trash? And what if most of their video was filled with user-developed minigames? And they're saying, what is this? What is this? And they're showing videos of user-made minigames. You know? And they're showing bad ones on purpose. Meanwhile, that person does nothing but that mode all day. That would be like what I'm talking about. If a person does nothing but all the weird little mini-games in Fortnite, because there's a whole lot of them. Zombie House. A bunch of nonsense, you know, made by players. And they're different levels of quality that's made by players. If a person did that all day long and then complained about missing original Fortnite, and they're not playing Fortnite Battle Royale, you know, and they're not playing Fortnite Save the World, what are you even talking about? Because Fortnite Battle Royale is just like original Fortnite, just up to 15 on a scale of 1 to 10. You know, just whatever it was before is just way better now. You have just more power-ups, more everything, a better map, more flow, vehicles, air grab, power-ups flying around. It's just better. Nothing was taken away. But when you look at the other mini games, it starts to look weird and goofy, is what I'm talking about. And there's nothing wrong with playing it like that unless you're the kind of person that complains about it. You get it? While being a weirdo hypocrite, doing it all day. I hate what Epic's done to this game. Meanwhile, they're on hour 5. You know what I mean? It's just like that. Okay? Just like that. I'm saying that you do whatever you want, and the game's awesome. It's only added more. And because there's more options, it's like if you have Baskin Robbins and their 31 flavors, and then they say, you know what? We've now added 5,000 flavors. Any flavor combination you could ever imagine. Plus, our original core flavors are still there. The 31 best flavors with a little gold star next to them. You can see a little gold star next to the original flavors, and they're still there. But you can have any flavor combination you want made with AI. If you want pistachio, hazelnut, chocolate, almond ice cream, you can have it. You know what I mean? And then if a person says, I miss old school Baskin Robbins with their 31 flavors, because now what the heck is tapioca rum scotch pudding flavor? That's gross. You made it yourself, buddy. You made the flavor yourself. Just because you're able to have the flavor, and they have the original flavors, and they have a little star next to them. And they honor the flavors with this different packaging. It's awesome. I'm making this up, by the way. But it's just like that. You're living with these other weird flavors, and you're complaining about not having the original flavors, but the original flavors are there, and you're just choosing to not eat them. And you're almost going out of your way to make weird flavors. You know? Dude, you won't guess what flavor I made. Ugh. It's dead raccoon flavor. Can you imagine this company making these flavors for me? The dead raccoon. You know what I'm talking about. Blasted dead raccoons popping up all the time. So here we are. My goal here in the Nether is to farm about 30 levels, and I don't know. I always like to develop, and I feel like I'm good to go. Because I still take a lot of damage. Even though I got the diamond armor on. I'll still taking damage with my netherite armor on. I think you just have to stack in one direction or another. Stack with all projectile protection, all basic protection, all blast protection, all fire protection, and then it's good. Based upon what you're fighting. Goodbye, Maharg. Yes. I'm glad I showed you the way. But the hypocrisy and the lack of common sense and the self-imposed pain that people give themselves and a hatred of the current moment and cynicism and so forth and so on. Even though I'm being cynical about these people. I'm not being cynical about general reality. You know? About the thing I like. Like the thing that you're consuming, you're hating on it directly and like quasi boycotting it while consuming it every day. I guess it'd be like those people that hate the current Star Wars and they make videos all day about how much they hate it, and you're consuming it just to make fun of it, but that's a bit different. It's like a food reviewer eating food to tell you how bad it is. You know? That's a bit different. Because the people aren't really playing Minecraft out of, like, spite. Or to say, man, this is so bad. This is so funny how bad this is. Let's go play it again because it's so bad. No, they're having a fun time. But then they're like thinking about things and they kind of miss how they used to play. They kind of miss how it used to be. How it was like hard and they're struggling and you had to work for things because now they no longer have to work for things and they got a bunch of friends and, you know. It's because they have the option to make it easier and they're taking that option. Or they have the option to bypass things altogether. And before they didn't have the option. Yeah. So I specifically... Okay, my arrow count is dropping. Alright, I think it's time to... I have a lot of arrows. I want to go out and about here and farm a bunch of random nonsense. I get a lot of XP just from collecting gold in the walls. So I think I'll empty out my pockets right now. Obsidian veins, obsidian veins, obsidian veins, obsidian veins. Maybe one day I'll use a crossbow again once I have quick charge 3. I haven't fired a quick charge 3 bow yet, or a quick charge 4, not sure. Over here. Okay. Respawn point set. Look, he's stuck. See? Hilarious. Not a game. Oh no. This spot looks good. This spot here looks good. You know, and it's functional. Like all the stuff here, you know. Because you gotta have a water spot, you gotta have the bamboo, you gotta have the sugarcane, you know, you gotta have the nether wart, and you gotta have some lights. Fencing is good. Keep the enemies away, stairs, blah blah blah. Not just random nonsense. I'm hoping to leave here with a big pile of goodies every time I come back, including a mountain of nether wart if possible. Just gotta stay on top of it. But now that I'm here, time will be ticking on by. Pretty sure I'm safe here. That's too far down. Too far down, and then right here, they can totally get me. But I think from right here forward, I'll leave a gap. Leaving a gap. Okay? Pluckinator. All right, well. Beautiful. Beautiful. And over here, you can be wrote with a ruthless hand. And I'll chop down all this bamboo. And I gotta replant these carrots. Gotta replant these carrots. You can't. Oh, you can. Jeez. Those guys can jump over gaps, you know. Thank you. I gotta get that sword with looting. Now the question is, does the mace have looting on it? Probably not. So the sword was what you want to use for extra loot. Before what I've seen, the density mod and the mace, you get like this big AoE attack when you do a overhead slam. Okay, let me go drop off the goods here. Valuable and more Still turning through a mountain here. I do it manually because there's nothing already in there. How much more material do we have? We still have a certain amount. Yep, still coming along. Let me empty out again. And now I'm going to empty out these bags. The orange bundle. The other bundle. I'm going to carry just this single bag with me. And I don't need the flint and steel or the fishing rod. And I don't need... I sort of have to repair this bow again. So let me try to... make a bow here. And I want to wait until the bow is a bit more damaged before repairing it. But I'll bring those other bows on over. I think I'm relatively safe now. And everything else is fine. I got my speed. Bottle of Enchanting. And I'll use the Infinity Bow until I have more arrows. Or you know what? I think I'll use the Mending Bow because I think I have over... I think I have multiple stacks of arrows. Let's check really quick. Clap. Yeah, a lot of arrows. Alright. So I'll bring this double stack of arrows with me. I'll be using the Mending Bow. Alright. Go back over. Hoo 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 ooh ooh. I'm going to empty out this XP potion here. And I'll bring these buckets with me. And nothing else, so I'll leave the iron. And the Infinity Bow. And I'll keep the chests. Got the axe, got the torch. And the food. Okay, so I'm all chopped up. And the journal. I need the journal just in case I forget my coordinates. And I will be repairing that bow. No, I won't. That's for later. That's for whenever I have to. So now I have this empty bag. This bottle right here is going to be consumed and be gone before you know it. And I have the emergency honey. So we're all good to go. Yeah. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Oh, Dr. Zayas. Okay. Alright, so here we are, everybody. And more meat. Let's see if I can get more gold ingot. And do I have any gold blocks here? I thought I had some gold that I left here. I thought I left the... Or did I not? Maybe I didn't leave. I thought maybe I had like a big old pile of 40 blocks of gold. But I think I maybe spent them all. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Or maybe they're back at the other side. Probably at the other side. It's okay. I'll work with what we have. Okay. Right over here. Little bunker. Nostalgia. I miss when there was nothing here. I miss when it was just nothing. I don't like this new biome. I wish it wasn't here. Alright. Get back when I used to play, this biome didn't exist. And it's awesome. And quartz didn't exist, you know. Pretty sure the gold nugget in the walls didn't exist. Bartering with the piglins didn't exist. Before the Microsoft acquisition. It's only gotten better. But I'll be right back, everybody. Okay. Yeah. We'll rock that roll. Get some gold.
The horse is hollowed, an empty design. What does pulp mean? Let's figure it out. A liquid or mush, there's no doubt about. No whole lemons here, just pulp to pour into a horse with no insides anymore.
The question's clear, we're finding the space. How much can fit in this hollowed out place? The horse's body an empty shell to see. The pulp's volume is the key, agree? But wait, oh wait, the twist unfolds. It's lemons they ask, in numbers bold. So pulp to lemons, we must relate. Volume's the path to estimate.
Oh, how many lemons can we fit inside a hollow horse with pulp to bide? From cavity vast to lemon share, we'll count them up with flair and care. 1750 or so, that's the number we'll come to know. If a lemon's pulp, does its size stay true? For simplicity's sake, let's assume it do. The pulp's compact, no air to spare, but roughly the same, it's fair to declare. A horse's volume, that's the quest. Thoracic and abdominal, the chest. How big's the space? Let's take a guess. With numbers and shapes, we'll do our best.
An average horse 500 kilos strong, but weight's not volume, let's move along. 2 meters long, a meter wide, 1.5 in height outside. But that's the shell, not the cave within. The cavity smaller, where to begin? A cylinder and ellipsoid, let's play to carve that space in a mathy way.
Oh, how many lemons can we fit inside a hollow horse with pulp to bide? From cavity vast to lemon share, we'll count them up with flair and care. 1750 or so, that's the number we'll come to know. Heart girth's the clue, 1.8 around, a circle to shape. The radius found, divide by 2 pi, 0.286. Area's pi times that squared real quick, 0.257 square meters rise. Length of a meter, the chest to thighs, 0.257 cubic meters near. But rough too rough, let's shift the gear. Oh, how many lemons can we fit inside a hollow horse with pulp to bide? From cavity vast to lemon share, we'll count them up with flair and care. 1750 or so, that's the number we'll come to know. Oh, how many lemons can we fit inside? Oh, how many lemons can we fit inside?
Circle turns, numbers blend, round they go, never end. 314, here we start. Pi unfolds every part. 314159, 2653558, 9793323, 846264, 338327, 950288, 419716, 939937, 510582, 097494, 592307, 816406, 286208, 998628, Zol 34825, 342117, Zol 679N62, 803485, 342117, Zo.
Hi. Alright, here we go. Time to rock and roll, maybe. Quite possibly. Ah, America. Alright, I know where to go and I know what I'm doing. Let's go, go, go. I just want to get stuff on the walls here. I can make another push forward, but I just want to get my levels up again. For no particular reason. I think I'm happy with my current armor. The general protection. I think I'm happy with it. I gotta keep up on my expenditures. I'm gonna keep on going this direction. No big deal. Here we're going down in x-axis. Alright. Right here. Thank you. Want a couple things here and there, no big deal. I can't see. Yikes. All the gold. Jeez. Goodness gracious. Good thing this is power 5, but it's not knockback. Okay, we got some over here. Okay, here we go. Cannot see. Where's all the gold? There it is. Bunch of gold here in the ceiling. As we have to get. It's everywhere. It's awesome. I miss nostalgic Minecraft. What does it mean? It's like people that, okay, it's like the same people that wanted to go back to WoW Classic. You know? Sorry for the same conversation again from before, but people say I don't like the direction of current World of Warcraft. I want to go back to the basics. But then they have WoW Classic come out where it's like original graphics and limited map. Yeehaw! You can't fly. Don't you love how it used to be? And then they have, you know, updates, and now it's meeting the current day. Pandaria update is available now. Ooh. Cataclysm. Happening again. Weird. Weird. Some people only play Diablo 2 Remastered. Not Diablo 4. Well, talking trash about the direction of Blizzard, even though Blizzard makes Diablo Remastered. They're making the same game, you know? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Thank you for everything. And now we're all full again. Try to load up a couple boxes here with stuff. Mm-hmm. I'll just put all the stuff here besides the gold, huh? Besides the gold, and I'll take the crimson stem as well. The leather. Everything else must go. See what's around here. Like that big chunk right there is cool. Eventually I have a mountain of quartz. I keep moving shipments over. It's only been a couple days of moving stuff over. Wait, let me add a layer down here. Okay, let me try again. Show yourself. Thank you. Alright, and then we keep on going. Oh no. What have I done? Thank you for the quartz, friendo. I gotta box it up. I'm going for the lights, of course. I want it all. Primarily. These shroom lights, you know? I love them. Okay. Whee! And then right over there, boom. Right over there, boom. Level 15. We're just marching on down, getting some lovely supplies. A mountain of materials, as they say. Thank you for the cooked pork. It works to eat this food here. The cooked pork. Kind of far away. Oh. Way over there. Okay, let's go this way. It's way over there. We're trying to go with all the available stuff, you know, it's easier. The game is so large. Versus strip mining. Let's just explore and find a spot where all the resources are accessible. Or a cave or something. Or an abandoned mine shaft or whatever. They just put the resources in weird spots sometimes, like the ceiling. Only because there's so much real estate exposed in the ceiling. Thank you. Uh-oh. Alright, pal. It's game time. So annoying. Uh-oh. I think I'll be fine here. That knockback is something else. At least I have fire protection on my stuff now. These guys are annoying. I hear the baby head of your. The baby head of your. Yeah, man. And again and again and again. Okay, I see the big beast over there. Oh, I see it. Okay, let's go up a level. So far, so good. I think it's time, almost, to block it up. Alright. I do not want to accidentally hit a zombie. Awesome. I see you. Okay, so now put down these chests. Have it more visible. With the common stuff in here. And block of quartz with the block of quartz. Yeah. All done. We'll leave that there. Come on. Okay, where are we? Here? Right here. And where's that gold at? Right there. You gotta love it. Where's that quartz at? Right there. Glorious. Level 19. Yeah. Thank you. And we go this way. Yeah. There we go. I'm all out of the scaffolding. I like to leave the scaffolding up just as a sign of where I've been, you know. But I'm also tearing it down when I can. You can't get me. Look at all this stuff. Crazy. There's so much XP in here. There's so much XP in here. And of course the material looks great. It looks great. Them, then you. Gold. Great, and now again. Bam. And boom. And another set of boxes. Okay, moving on. Moving on. All the XP. My pickaxe is perfectly conditioned. I'm gonna start picking up XP with my move. He really wants me to hit him by accident. He's trying to get in the way. This garbage man. And eat the meat. Beautiful. All 3 gen or something. Come on. Beautiful. Right now. Awesome. And block of quartz. And ingot. Very nice. Maybe carry on. Almost have to go back. Almost. Yeah, I think I might start to go back now. I might start to go back now. Okay. I'm gonna start to head back before I go too far.
song and spell we command.
Woo! And in the box we go. Round. Bada boom. Woo! Back it up a bit. Oh man. Wow. Okay, now I'm gonna try to get some of that XP with my axe. Kinda hard to. Heading back. And pull back a bit. Pull back a bit. And repair the axe. This is how we do it. All this quartz, can you imagine? Back it up a bit. Repair my axe, please. Woo! That was a lava hole. Again. And block. This is going in the opposite direction. Really. Sort of the opposite direction. Alright, let's head on back. I believe it's the opposite direction. Okay. Got all this stuff here.